Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome to you as well. My name is Jennifer and this is my channel. Today I'm going to do some reading viewer comments. I haven't done one of those videos in quite some time, and I haven't been reading a lot of the comments. I had said I wasn't going to read any of the comments, and then when I sign in to my YouTube Studio Creator little app thing, I can see some of the comments, and sometimes I scroll through them and reply to some, sometimes more than others. Sometimes I don't look at them at all. Just depends on what kind of mood I'm in or what moves me at that moment. So I thought I would read through some of the comments with you guys and see what you guys had to say. And if there's any kind of questions that come up in the comments or concerns or anything that I want to talk about, we will talk about them when I read them. So I'm just going to do top comments for the last couple videos, and that's how I'll pick the comments. All right, the first group of comments I'm going to read from was our video introducing Miss Luna Moon and Miss Esmeralda Moon, and I sometimes call her Luna Moon. We call her Luna for short, but sometimes I just call her Luna Moon, huh? She's gotten so big, guys, in 2 weeks that we've had her. We were just comparing photos of her first little photo. She's looking at her daddy over there. And today, I'll pop in a couple pictures so you can see she hooked me over here. I don't know if I'm bleeding or not, but she hooked me. She wants to go play. She sees her brother now. She wants to go play with her brother. Do you want to go play with your brother? Do you want me to put you down? We just have to have a little cuteness in the video first. Say, oh, no. She's getting to be a big girl and she wants to go play. First, wait a minute, hold on. Say hello. Say hello to the peoples. They love you. They all love you already. They love you already. I know my lighting is changing there. She is getting so big. And she has such a sassy little personality, don't you? See, I am a sassy little girl. I'll also insert a couple clips of her playing with her brother and a couple clips of her, couple photos of her for your updated Luna files. So she's gonna go. She's off. She's too full of energy. Let's see if she'll go back one more time. Sneak attack. She's going over to play with her brother now. All right, so I'm going to answer some of your questions and read some of your comments. Like I said, this first group will be from the introducing our new little girl to you guys, our new little family member. I'm going to go from top comments and read through them, even some of the more sassy ones, and we'll see what you guys had to say. So the first one says, Luna is absolutely precious. She's so confident and sassy and sweet. She is definitely all those things. She has a little sassy personality of her own. When we call her, especially when Gene calls her, she'll run from him, and she thinks it's a game, because then when Gene stops chasing after her, then when he turns around, then she'll start chasing after him. So she thinks it's a game. She definitely keeps up with her brother. She's over there trying to chase his tail. She loves his tail. And a lot of times I think that, hold on, let me turn this around. You guys have to see this. So as you can see, everything is a toy, everything is a game. She loves to play with her brother. There are a lot of times where I think that maybe Moo is being a little too rough with her, and she squeals and then she runs off, and then 2 seconds later she's running and dive bombing and jumping on top of him. So she's a tough little girl, and we make sure that Moo's not being too rough, and he's not. He knows, I think he knows that she's tiny, and he realizes that. And I am so happy that they're getting along. I was so worried that it wasn't going to work out, but thankfully to God that they love each other very much. And if you're wondering, there's a Kroger shopping cart in our apartment. I get this question a lot when people see the Kroger shopping carts or the shopping carts. We live across the street from Kroger, and it's easier to roll your groceries in the basket rather than carry a ton of bags. So that's, or if we're getting milk or we get cat litter and stuff like that, it's easier to go ahead and roll the basket across the street, and then we just take it back when we're done. So that's why that's there. I know that I get a lot of questions about that. And no, it's not stealing. And yes, they know that we here in the building take the carts off the property as long as we return them. They don't have a problem with that. All right, the next comment comes from Lisa M. And Lisa says, why? Aren't you all moving soon? I hope it all works out for you and the new cat, but it's going to be a lot. And yes, we are moving soon, and yes, it's going to be a lot. We always knew that it was going to be a lot. We knew that we were moving even when I had Piggy and 2 cats then. We know that that's going to be something that has to be a consideration, but we are prepared for that, and we knew that before we got her, so it'll be all right. We have faith that everything will work out very well. The next comment actually comes from Christy Lynn, and Christy says, be very careful with the collar. At her age, she's into everything and can get caught on something very easily. Also, while they love plastic bags, cut the handles off, but better off discarding and giving her paper bags. They're much safer. So you're totally right. The collars can be dangerous at her age because she is into everything. She doesn't wear her collar all the time, and it's mostly when she's supervised, when we're up moving around so we can hear where she's at, so she's not under our feet. Because obviously a wheelchair is not going to be super safe if you roll over her. And even feet, even Jean's feet, his big feet, would not be good stepping on her little paws. So when we're up moving around and doing stuff, it's easier to have a collar on her. We can hear her little jingles. And Moo has a collar too. We just don't put it on them all the time. And the collars are, I will leave a link in the description if you're interested in getting a little collar for your kitty cats. This is not selling them. Obviously, I'm not affiliated with Amazon, but I buy everything on Amazon. But they are on Amazon, and they are breakaway collars. So if they get caught on something and they pull, the collar will snap apart and they won't choke. So I've always, even Piggy's collar and that was the same collar I had on him since he was a kitten. Maybe not a kitten, but under a year old. So they are very safe, and I have faith in them. So for the plastic bags, yes, they can be very dangerous. And if you've seen one of the pictures that I posted, I do cut the handles in 2, so nothing can get around their necks if they choose to play with them. And the paper bags are better, but we don't have any paper bags at the moment. We have a lot of plastic ones, so that's why I went ahead and cut the plastic handles in half so they're safer. The next comment comes from Dove, and they say, is it really that weird not to feel like a male cat should be named Luna? And I feel that it's a little unfair to rob Cypress of his own spirit just by saying it was Piggy. Poor guy. All right. So when we said that Cypress didn't feel like a Luna, had nothing to do with his gender. I wanted to call Cypress Ducky at first, and Ducky isn't, well, I guess Ducky is kind of a male, could be a male name. Could be a male or female. We weren't going on gender, we were going on, he just didn't feel like a Luna to us. I know a lot of parents who have children who wait until the baby arrives. They pick out several names and see what the baby feels like. That's why we had we wanted the name Luna. We had intended for a cat to be named Luna, but when we got Cypress, it just didn't feel right. So we weren't going to give Cypress a name that didn't feel right. And we had picked out the name Jericho first for Cypress. Cypress came to us by the name of Figaro, and Figaro he didn't feel like a Figaro either. So that's when I heard the name Cypress in my head. Well, I heard the Bible verse that I looked in, and the name Cypress was in there. And that's why we decided to go with Cypress, because he felt like a cypress. As far as me saying that I thought he was Piggy's soul coming back, I don't think that's robbing him of his own little soul. He was definitely his own little personality, but he felt a lot like Piggy's personality. He was very laid back, very sweet, very loving, very gentle, and he just felt like a Piggy spirit to me. And I think, you can have your own opinions. I don't think that's robbing him of anything. Cypress was his own little soul, but I do think that it was Piggy influence coming to prepare us for our new baby. And Luna feels like a Luna. She definitely embodies the name of Luna very well. She was meant to be a Luna. I don't know where I got the name of Esmeralda. It just popped into my head, and she looks like an Esmeralda too. So that's why I said Esmeralda Moon. You look like an Esmeralda Moon, and Luna for short, because Luna, it means moon, of course. So that's the answer to that. The next comment comes from Victoria, and Victoria said, if you weren't already planning on it, make sure you treat the fleas for 3 months on both to fully rid them. So yes, we had planned on doing the 3-month treatment for both cats, Luna and Moo. We bought it actually at Petco, and that was when we decided to go ahead and get the flea treatments on our own. We knew that we could get them through the vet, but we went ahead and did it on our own because we didn't want to wait for the vet appointment because of the fleas she had. And we knew that her playing with Moo, they would probably be transferred. So we went ahead and bought the Kitten Advanced, what is it called? I don't have the box with me. I'm not sure. Let me get it and I'll tell you what it's called. All right, so the flea treatment that we got, this one, I didn't save the box for this. This was Moo's. It's the Advantage for large cats, because Moo is quite a large cat. And then the one we got for Miss Esmeralda Moon is the Frontline for cats and kittens, for small cats. And that they're both a 3-month treatment. So this is her other two, his other one, and there's another one somewhere of his too. So those are the two. That was the actual flea treatment that we got. So the flea shampoo that we got, because we wanted to make sure that they were both completely flea free. I knew that Moo would not stand for a bath, so I didn't even try to bathe Moo. But she was really good, and I want to tell you a quick cute story about that too. This is the Advantaged Flea and Tick shampoo that we bought for her. This is what Jean went and got Friday, the day after we got her, because we didn't want to wait for the vet visit. So cute story. Once you put this on, you wet them down, then you set them up with this, and then you have to let them sit for 5 minutes and for it to take effect. So sweet little Luna was in the sink. I had her in the kitchen sink, and she was sitting there waiting. She, bless her heart, she was very, very calm and patient with me. So she was just sitting in the sink chilling. She was waiting for her 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I see her like stand up, and she squats down. She starts peeing in the sink. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna she has flea shampoo on her. I can't put her in the litter box. So she's gonna have to pee right there. So she peed, and so I lifted her up. I picked her up to rinse out the sink. And as I was lifting her up, I lifted her up. I put my hand underneath her belly, like underneath her armpits and belly, and kind of turned her over a little bit. And as I was turning her over, I was like, what is that? And a little turd falls into the sink. So she peed and she pooped in the sink while I was flea treating her. So I went ahead and disposed of the caca. And then I finished, after the 5 minutes was up, then of course I rinsed her, and then we bleached out the sink really well. So that was the cute little story of her first little potty in the sink during her bath. I think maybe she felt so relaxed, she just felt like she had to go, obviously. So that was that. And then here's a couple other things I wanted to show you too. I had somebody ask about the Burt's Bees. This is the Burt's Bees. I had got it for Cyprus, and it's natural, 99.7% natural, hyperallergenic shampoo for cats. It has shea butter and honey. So that's what I used on her after her flea shampoo. Like, it was 2 or 3 days afterwards. I think it was 3 days afterwards I gave her a bath. And this is her little collar. It has heart or stars and moons on it. And for those of you who are wondering, the Breakaway, and it just pops apart if they get stuck on something. And that is her little collar, and Moose is the same, it's just a bigger version, and it's teal. So there you go. Alright, so the next comment comes from Roca Palumba, and they said, why get a new cat when you claimed you could not afford buying proper wet food for your other cats? Or are you going to eat less from now on? All right, so I did respond back to that person, and I was like, when did I say that? Please show me where, because it's simply not the truth. I have never said I could not afford to feed my cats. I have always provided for my cats. There was a time when I did receive help very early on. It was over 2 years ago, and people offered to help with Piggy's vet bill, and I was very, very grateful, and that was an amazing support for me, and I appreciate that still to this day more than you know. It was during a hard time. It was between pays, and I had very little money. But I have since set up a fund where I have extra money in it for vet bills and vet expenses, so in case there is an emergency with the cats, that I'm not left without anything, and I do have that money there to pay for that. As far as not being able to afford food, I have never said that I have not been able to afford food for my animals or my cats. My cats are always my first priority. I actually take better care of my cats than I do of myself. I have always bought them food. When I get money, when I get paid, I make sure that I buy the cat food and cat litter and whatever else they need, their vet visits or whatever. It always comes out before anything for myself. Do I eat too much? Yeah. But do my cats, are my cats properly cared for? Absolutely. My cats have never, ever once went hungry. They have always had abundant amounts of food. So this person commented back and linked a video of mine. And obviously what they were referring to is when I said that raw food diets for my cats, that would be expensive. Yeah, raw food, a diet would be expensive for a cat. And I don't think that feeding a cat canned cat food, whether it's Iams or Fancy Feast or Purina, I don't think that is improper diet for a cat. There are many types of foods that people feed to their cats, and I have had cats all of my life. I have never fed any of them a raw food cat diet, ever. And they have lived to be, my oldest cat lived to be over 18 years old, close to 19 years old. It's a personal preference. I know that, is it probably healthier and more, organic and better for them? Probably. But is the canned cat food that they sell in the supermarket, does it harm them? No, absolutely not. And my cats have all done extremely well eating Friskies and Fancy Feast cat food. I feed my cats canned food, which is the Fancy Feast cat food, and the dry food they eat Iams. So, and they have done very well with that. So I have no desire to change that. I have no plans to change that unless they develop some kind of sensitivity to some kind of the food that I have to change them and they need to be on a special diet. And my vet will know, and I'll know through my vet if that needs to happen. So that sums up that comment. All right, so the next comment comes from Frog Destroyer. And Frog Destroyer says, the new kitty is beautiful, but Jen, shouldn't caring for animals motivate you to become more mobile? Even cats do require play and care. Looking after them can be more challenging when you're in a chair. I just wonder if these constant additions to your life are just filling a void within you that seems intolerable. I think the first priority before cat adoption should be inpatient care, but I've suggested that before and you don't seem to ever take the initiative with it. Okay, first of all, there are lots and lots of people who are in wheelchairs that care for animals. I have been more independent and been able to do more for myself since being in a chair than I was able to do before I was, because I was not able to walk long distances or be up and be mobile as much as I am now. I have taken care, and there was another comment that I probably won't get to, but somebody said about if Jean leaves, then I'll be stuck with 2 cats on my own and I won't be able to care for them. I have been on my own for 10 years now, and it was just my 10th anniversary actually of living here, being on my own. And I have cared for my animals before Jean got here a year ago on my own. I had no help. I've had family members help me with things that I need, like doctors and grocery shopping and stuff like that. But as far as taking care of my apartment, taking care of myself, I've never had anybody else help me. So I'm very capable of caring for cats. I have, I can lean over and to clean a litter pan. I'm certainly able to play with my cats. My cats are very well taken care of. Is cats filling a void in my life? No, I don't think it is. I love cats. I know that there are people that have cats that I don't think that having a pet, maybe it does fill a void. I don't know. I've never really given it like this deep amount of thought. People get pets because they like pets. Is it something that helps me to, I don't know, sometimes it helps me with my anxiety to love on a cat and be calm. Is it a form of therapy? I think it's a form of therapy. Animals can be therapy. But that has nothing to do with inpatient care. That's completely nothing to do with this video at all. So, all right, we're going to stay on the negative train, it seems like. And this one is from Sarah Ann. And Sarah Ann says, so the government pays you to exist, and you can just go and get another pet and spend your money however you damn well please, since your rent is probably close to nothing. Seems to me if you can afford pets and vet care, then you should afford to be paying full rent. First of all, I have said this in the past, and I will say it many times again, and I'm sure many people are not going to believe me, but I don't care. I am not on any kind of government assistance any longer. That's nobody's business. First of all, even if I was on government assistance, there are many people that spend their government assistance on drugs, on alcohol, on numerous other things that probably shouldn't be spending it on. The government gives you money to exist and to live on. They don't tell you how to use that money. So whatever someone decides to use that money on is their personal business and is no business of anybody else's. But I don't have to worry about that anymore because that's not an issue for me. Second of all, about my rent, I pay over $500 a month in rent for my apartment. Gene works full-time and contributes to the apartment bills, and his income is factored in my rent. So we pay full rent now. There is like no discounted rent for me anymore since Gene is working, and I feel good about that. The less I have to rely on the government, the better you feel, because you do feel like bad about yourself. I did feel bad, and it becomes too easy to get complacent and just to take advantage of that. So I am very proud of myself for not being able on government assistance. I do not get food stamps. I do not get any kind of assistance whatsoever. I pay my bills. Gene pays our bills, and we pay our bills together. I don't know. Then Sarah Ann goes on to, I did respond to her, and she went on to respond again. Medical assistance is paid for by government funds, and don't forget that, Gem. People who make a good living have a hard time paying for health care, so I highly doubt you pay your own way in health coverage. This person is nitpicking. Yes, I do get Medicaid, and my medical insurance is paid for by the government, by the state, whoever pays for it, I don't know. But again, a lot of people have that, not just me. I don't take advantage of that. I don't go to the doctor unnecessarily. I go when I need to. I go have things taken care of that I need to. So yeah, like I said, that person is nitpicking. And anybody who has the time to worry that much about my finances and about how I'm existing, maybe you need to look more at what you're doing and worry less about what other people are doing. I don't know, just a thought. Let's Party says, she is too cute. Love the name. Thank you very much. Airy Nothing says, what a beautiful baby girl. Good luck. It looks like she's taken to you. She has definitely taken to us. She has definitely could become a part of our family very quickly. We love her so much, and she is just an absolute blessing to us. And here's another gem of a comment. Ginger Jillian says, is it a male? Your ignorance of cats is extreme. Don't you know that only female cats have 3 different coat patterns in their fur? Unless the animal has an XXY chromosome. But that is so rare, it's not even worth thinking about. Well, it seems like Ginger has either been Googling or Ginger has some experience in genetics. I don't. I love cats. I've grown up with cats. I've had many, many cats in my lifetime. Did not know that. And don't I know? I don't think it's ignorance because I don't know chromosomes in cats. That's not something that I'm concerned with, so I don't know. Lauren Rose said, so sweet. Also, I really like the video editing today. Thank you so much, Lauren. Gene actually edited most of the video, so he does a million times better job at video editing than I do. So that's why it was so much better today. I'm going to try to get him to edit some more of my videos for me because like I said, he does a lot better job than I do. Or at least have him teach me how he does it because I have no clue. He's been using iMovie a lot less than or shorter time than I have. And I still don't know how to do some of those things. So he is very talented in that. Mia Me says, sweetest little baby ever. Happy for YouTube and Moo. Thank you for giving us this baby a wonderful, loving home. It was our pleasure to take her in and give her a home. She is, I just can't say enough about her. She's my baby. All right, we're gonna end with one more comment. I guess all these comments came from my last video, so we're just gonna read comments from the cat video. This comment is from Margaret Nardone, and Margaret says, cats on tables not good. It's gross. I have 3 cats, 4 dogs, and they know it's not allowed. They use a cat box. Okay, first of all, in this video, I don't remember having any of the cats on the tables. We have broke the cats of that. It was mainly Piggy who was a table surfer. Moo will sometimes want to get on the counter, on the bar, and watch me. And when I'm in the kitchen, very rare that he does that these days. Gene does not like that, and I respect that. It was not something he didn't make me stop letting them on the counter. I know it's not healthy and it's not good. Moo does have his little spot on our table over here. Let me tick, 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 tick. Our table there. It's kind of like a desk table combo kind of thing. And you can see the blind is up a little bit over there. I don't know, you can see the sun's coming in there. Moo has his little area right in front of the window where he lays. He doesn't just lay all over the table. He goes to his one little spot. and that's where he sits in front of the window sometimes. As far as being on the counters, and then of course Luna is too small to get up there. She just mastered getting on a chair, but they do not walk on the counters anymore. As far as a litter box, my cats use a litter box too. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but as far as, I don't know where the comment just came like out of nowhere, because there was no cats on any tables in this video. I'm not sure what that was about. So there you go. I read a lot of comments, yapped a lot, and I hope you enjoyed reading the comments. I'll try to do more of the reading your comments. I don't respond to everybody's. I don't read a lot of everybody's comments, but I will try to in the future make some more of these. And I will see you again. The next video will probably be a what I eat in a day video, and that will be this weekend. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. I hope you guys are having a good week, and happy October. Love this weather. Love everything about fall. Remember, everyone, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye, everyone.